Here's what happens a lot when you feel that you're doing everything for this woman and she's not satisfied and nothing is changing. I had a long conversation with someone about this yesterday, and it was very heartbreaking. Here's what happens a lot of the times a man will see a woman that he's interested in, and either he feels that he's in love with her or he's in love with her. And he feels that because I love her so much, I know that I am going to do everything to make her happy. I will put on my best behavior. I will be patient and kind and be generous, doing everything to make her happy. And the reason why this is only half of the story is because we're not looking at the other person as well. Remember that we're adults. We're all human beings who have walked different paths in life. We've had different experiences. Even twins that grow up together don't always agree, right? They have a lot of things where they disagree on things, and they even get on each other's nerves. And then they also have their needs and their values and their priorities. Now, as a man, you meet a woman, this woman, you don't know what she's been through. You don't know the trauma that she's been through. You don't know the loving environment that she's been used to. You don't know what her life has been about, right? So you're meeting a blank state. You don't know what she's looking for. You don't know what she wants. So you might have all your best intentions and you're doing everything for her, but maybe she already has some fixed ideas in her mind of what she wants from a man, or of what she likes. And it's nothing to do with you, because you've looked at yourself. You know that you are doing the right things. You know that you keep yourself clean, neat, you're hygienic, you are even wealthy, right? You are very comfortable financially. But there are certain attitudes that certain people like, just like you saw her and you like things about her. She also knows what she likes about the man that she will be with. So what we should do instead is not want this to work just because we like her. What we should want is want it to work because we like her, and also want her to want it to work if she likes us. So it's important to also note that her own thoughts and interests are valid as well, right? And it may seem hard when someone says, pay attention to someone else's needs. But this is one of the fundamental principles of life. It's one of the fundamental principles of nature. Treat others the way that you would like to be treated. It doesn't put you in a good place if all you're thinking about and looking out for is yourself and your interests and what you want. What that other person wants, those things are also important. Are they things that you can provide? You watch them. They can appreciate all the good things that you do for them, but it may not be enough to inspire that feeling and commitment for a relationship. Now, women are emotional beings, right? So it's not about what you give her. She may appreciate them. It's not about your kindness. She may appreciate that. It's about, are you emotionally reaching her? Is she feeling emotionally connected? And so sometimes this makes things difficult for men because they feel like, what else does she want? I don't know how to emotionally connect with her. People are not even thinking that, right? And one of the things is by being yourself, because as human beings, even you can tell when someone is not being their authentic self, even when they're doing everything to make you happy. That still will not satisfy you because you know something is off. Something is off. So you see, it's easier than just having wealth, because some people think, okay, I'm having this difficulty because she's interested in. Yes, there are some people who are there are some women who are materialistic and they just want someone that they can collect from. So if this is the kind of person that you're dealing with, it still doesn't augur well for a relationship, because what it means is that it is not about you. It means that when you lose that thing tomorrow, she's gone. Or if someone else comes along and they have those things that you're not able to provide, she's gone. So what you want is someone who wants you for yourself. And this is not by presenting ourselves to be angels, because we're still going to see your true self. And when I don't know that the person I'm dealing with is what I am seeing, I lose confidence in that person. So I need to know that the person that I'm dealing with is authentic. This doesn't mean that if you have anger problems, you should feel free to just be angry and throw tantrums on her. If we have, it's kindness not an emotional thing. It is an emotional thing, but just because a man is kind to a woman doesn't mean that he's connecting with her emotionally. Yes, perfect. That is it. Women and men should be spiritual. But I don't know what you mean by spiritual, though. That is it. That's exactly what it is. You need to go, it's for the spirits to connect, right? And let's not lie to ourselves about these things. Ever, ever, ever. The moment that we begin to lie to ourselves, we don't accept the truth. That is when we begin to get into trouble, right? So I made some notes here. Now, if you're being spiritual, you're being authentic. And when I say spiritual, I'm not talking about praying or always talking about God. We are human beings living in flesh, with flesh and blood, and we must relate with like human beings. But the way that we relate, those things come from our spirits. So, first of all, you want someone who is dealing with themselves inside and not with external things, because that just means that you're going to be climbing hills. That makes things difficult. So let me put it this way. When you meet a woman that you really, really like, or when we meet people that we really like, you know what we do? We automatically become someone else. That's what we do if we're not conscious. Because those people, every one of us, those of you here, every one of us has people who express interest in us, who are keen on us, who always come around us, who want us to be together. But every once in a while, there are those people that even though they show us kindness and patience, we really don't want to be close to them because they're not really our people. Now, what do you do when you're with those people? Anytime they upset you, you tell them right away, I don't like this thing that you're doing. That is what you do when you're dealing with people that you're really not keen on. But when it comes to people that we really like, what do? All of a sudden, we lower our standards. All of a sudden, they're doing something that is disrespectful or something that is wrong, and we just act like, okay, I'm going to show this person, I'm going to show him, or I'm going to show her that I really, really like him or her, and I am going to be patient or kind. Yes, the spirits must connect, and we must have empathy to understand internal things and external characteristics of each other. That's it. I love when people get it, because when you get this thing, lowering of standards is compromise. Perfect. And you know what? I have a video where I try to explain, where I explain this thing. I've just started putting these videos out, but somehow this channel is having issues in the past 2 weeks, and nobody's seeing those videos. I hope that you can see. So one of the two things that you have to keep in mind is this spiritual thing. Two things that you have to keep in mind. Who are you? You need to know yourself. You need to know who you are and what resonates with you. So that the moment that you see that thing that doesn't resonate with you, you don't compromise. You don't compromise on it. The moment you compromise on it, it's like you have a gate. And the reason you have that gate is to keep trespassers out. But why would you have a gate and then you put a padlock on it, but you're not going to push that padlock to lock? You need to know who you are so that when something comes around you that doesn't work with you, you don't accept it. Now, I'm not saying that you should push people out right away. What it is you have to treat them the way that you treat those other people that you're not keen on, that you're not crazy about. You have to maintain the same standards for everybody. If you believe that everybody is equal, let's start there. If you believe that everybody is equal and every human being deserves to be treated with dignity and respect, then you're going to maintain that same treatment for everybody, including the person that you love. And that person is going to appreciate you for it. So you don't lower your standards for this person. You treat them exactly the same way. If they do something, yeah, you're going to have more patience for them, I know, but hold on. In the beginning, when you meet them, this is where we set up our relationship dynamics. Once you do it wrong in the beginning, it continues.